Hi, all of my Sunday school teachers and leaders. Thank you for serving these kids every single week and helping them and their families grow closer to Jesus. I love one of the new resources called Table Talk. And this helps families talk about that lesson through the week and brings up some really great questions. So, this coming Sunday, we are talking about say what and meaning. We're talking about some hard sayings that Jesus had in the Bible that when it was said, it was really hard for people. So, like last week, we talked about the rich young ruler, and they're like, that was really hard for him to think, you want me to give up all of my stuff and follow you? But he didn't realize what he would be getting in return. Like, you're getting Jesus, you're getting God, you're getting everything. This week, we're talking about kind of somebody on the opposite spectrum. We're going to be talking about the widow that gave away all that she had because she loved God that much. All she had left was 2 mites, and she just gave it all to God just so freely. So I just love that story. And everybody, when they heard that story, when Jesus said, look, everybody else is giving and they're like dropping their coins in and making it to be a big spectacle. But she very quietly did it. And what people don't understand is they gave out of their plenty and she gave out of her very little. She gave everything. It would be like us emptying our bank accounts and putting it in the offering plate ever so quietly, not even with our name on it. That's what she did, trusting God to take care of her completely. So kids don't have a bank account, but they do have things that they love. They do have things that are special to them. They do have things that would be hard for them to give up. And even at their young age, helping them to understand when you give up something for God, you're getting so much more back. You're getting Him. And they can't comprehend, even at that age, how He's everything. So there's a couple little fun activities for kiddos to do this week. I'm going to tweak a couple of them, but I love this first question. It says, what's the best gift you've ever been given? So ask the kids, like, help them to start thinking, what is something that you've ever, like, that you would not want to give up because it's the best gift ever. So their first little activity is called Cereal Madness. Now, just from all of the flu and the colds going around, I want to change this up because I don't want the kids exchanging their food and then we're passing around germs. So we're going to pass out Fruit Loops to the kids. And then I want you to ask them, so if you had to pick only one color, what is the one color that you would want to keep? And let's talk about that. In this little activity, I want them exchanging colors, and I don't want to exchange. I don't want other kids touching their food. When they're finished, though, they've got some really good questions. So if you were to have to give up that color, would that be hard? Why is it sometimes so hard to give big with a cheerful heart? Tell us a time when someone gave big to you, and what did that feel like? So those are some really great questions to ask these kids to help get to some heart issues. They've got a Bible verse. Their Bible verse is super great. It says, each of you should give what you've decided in your heart. God loves a cheerful giver. That is going to be, they're going to learn to put that in order. In kids worship, we come up with motions. So I challenge you in first through fourth grade, especially, see if they remember the motions for that Bible verse. And then the last little thing is for them to make a prayer bookmark. We're going to have some duct tape in there where they can pick a piece of duct tape, and it's just going to take the duct tape and we're going to fold it over, and they can either write it on there, or I'm hoping that I can get some little labels made with that Bible verse on there, and they can put that on there, and then maybe even use some markers to color it. But talking about what does that mean to be a cheerful giver, and what does that look like? So great lesson for this coming Sunday. If we're to look forward and see what else is coming, the next following week, which would be March 15th, is where Jesus washes the disciples' feet. Now, if Jesus is the leader, back then leaders didn't do that. You had servants do that. And Jesus was trying to teach them, I want you to be a servant leader. So that will kind of wrap up this series of Say What. Also, this coming Sunday, we have at 9:30, we're going to be serving the kids pancakes and pajamas. So we're encouraging families. This is a really hard Sunday coming up where people want to sleep in. They just want to get their kids back kind of in a routine. It's very, very easy for families to sleep in. So we're giving them an encouragement. Please come at 9:30. Just bring your kids in their pajamas. We're going to serve them pancakes. And then ladies, especially, I just want to speak to you ladies for a second. This coming Sunday at 4:30, the women's ministry is doing an amazing thing. And they're going to be having a wonderful time of just some ministry to you all. I want to encourage you to go. And they're going to be doing a really neat little cross thing that says Tetelestai, and that means it is finished. So I just want to encourage you, come. And if you see each other, and you know you're a fellow person in the kids ministry and you're like, I don't know who to sit with, please sit with each other. I'm going to be working with the kids that night. We have a kids rally. We are going to be doing superhero night. Woohoo! And we're going to be talking about great superheroes of the Bible, but also the greatest superhero of all, Jesus. So again, I want to thank you all for what you do. I want to encourage you to not only get poured into this coming Sunday night, but make sure you're doing something every single day through this season, through Easter, that you are building on your relationship with Jesus. It's everything, y'all. Take this time of Lent and really draw near to the heart of Jesus and remember why he did what he did for us. I love you guys, and I will see you Sunday. Bye.